What's up, guys? For the last 30 days, I've been taking cold showers.
30 days, cold showers.
Cold showers.
Just take the damn cold shower.
Question: have you ever been exposed to cold water? Well, not this cold, that cold. There are certainly levels to it, but simply turning your shower to the coldest settings can lead you to shivering, breathlessness, involuntary muscle contractions, and it's overall uncomfortable. There seems to be a hype around cold exposure where professional bodybuilders, basketball players, celebrities, and fitness influencers all jumped in the trend. A quick Google search and these show up as some of the benefits. It all sounds good, but how does simply changing your water temperature can bring so many benefits? And what's the hype about?
This guy is the original Iceman who holds all the world records for submerging himself in the cold. He's climbed Mount Kilimanjaro and Mount Everest in his shorts, swam under frozen ice for 66 meters. His breathing techniques and
His name is Wim Hof, and cold weather is his thing, as you can see.
When I was 17, I went for the first time into the icy water. And I loved it. Since then, I'm doing it like every day. I never skipped it.
That is almost 50 years of cold baths and counting. There is no bigger reference when the topic is cold exposure. He is a crazy man for sure, but after seeing how most people react to their first experience with the cold water, I can't help but wonder what made him start in the first place. And when did Wim Hof become the Iceman we know today?
We had 4 children. But her mental state deteriorated and I could not understand what was going on. And she took her life. She loved the children. She kissed the children goodbye before jumping from 8 stories down. That is inconceivable.
After the passing of his wife, Wim found himself alone with 4 children in extreme anguish. He also continued his daily cold exposure as he realized how helpful it was dealing with his grievance.
The cold water made me able neurologically to get out of that loop. And that was the beginning of my healing.
After all these years in the cold, Wim developed a high tolerance, which allowed him to perform stunts like this one. Wim's achievements introduced him to the world. His accolades granted him high visibility, especially from the scientific community.
Scientists also have a television at home. They see documentaries. They saw me. And then they saw me doing things they thought of physiologically for humans impossible. Yet I was doing it. So one day they began to invite me.
And then you went and did this immune system study with a university in Holland where
Yes.
they injected you with like an E. coli that would normally cause a violent physical reaction. And with your breathing technique, you had no reaction and it was scientifically proven, right?
We saw less fever, he had less flu-like symptoms, and he also had lessened concentrations of inflammatory proteins in his blood.
His immune system was surprisingly strong, and scientists were left speechless.
The science of what Wim Hof method does is one of the primary interests of my lab now because it is so powerful and it's been shown to be powerful in the immune system. And we believe it will also hold some real potential for treatment of neurologic diseases.
For most people, that they would never believe that could, cause all these solutions, immune system response, stress, all of these things.
They told me, but hey, only you can do it. And then I said, no. Anybody can do what I do. But this is not written in science that it is possible. You see all these books? Then we have to change all this. And after the studies, they have to change all that. Because the content doesn't match anymore with the reality.
You might be tempted to think he's genetically gifted, but it gets even better as he then decides to start teaching his techniques to everyone. I mean, you can't call him crazy if his students also felt the positive effects of his unusual routine. You see, dealing with the cold is not the main point of his teachings. The cold exposure simply acts as an uncomfortable reality that forces our body to adapt to a new environment. According to Wim, the cold water is a tool that challenges our mind to activate abilities we didn't know we had. It's not about the shower, it's about doing something that is hard, allowing our brain to find new ways of fighting for our protection. It's about awakening areas of the brain that allow us to do extraordinary things with our body, like maintaining core temperature in extreme weather, as we've seen him do it and teach others. Today, scientific studies conclude that cold showers accelerate your metabolism by demanding extra energy to produce heat and regulate the body temperature. And the faster your metabolism, the easier it is to lose weight. It also boosts your alertness by releasing hormones that ignite your fight or flight mode in our brains, as well as dopamine. And because ice has natural anti-inflammatory attributes, chronic diseases like these ones can be attenuated by cold showers, since inflammation is a major contributor to their contraction. 5 of these diseases are in the top 10 leading causes of death in the United States. That's how important cold showers can be. A lot of other effects are yet to be scientifically proven, but the truth is, everyone has something positive to say about the experience. Wim is not necessarily a science expert, but he has been right many times before science proved him right. Until scientists get to fully understand the brain and its capabilities, we'll never know how much of this is placebo and how much is legit. We suggest that you try this practice. Feel the effects for yourself and
Just take the damn cold shower.